It is time for My Life with MS. Another MS podcast. I haven't done one of these in a while. I know I've been slacking. Lemmy just came in from getting totally soaked outside. There are big drops of rain coming down. He was out there playing, and he came in just soaked, but he's got himself cleaned up pretty good. He's a little wet, a little damp, but nice and soft. Freshly clean coat. But yeah, he was out playing, so then we just got a little burst of about 5-10 minutes of rain that just happened to pop up. So other than that, it's a decent day. So, but he wasn't happy. He came back like, "What the hell? I'm sopping wet." That's what he gets for the past couple weeks sneaking across the road to go to the cornfield, which I always hate. I always got to worry about that, but he has had issues with cars in the past when he lived on the streets, apparently, because he actually is good. Or he'll hide in a bush close to the road, then he'll sit there and sneak out when he wants to go across and just kind of stop and look both ways multiple times, and then he'll run across the road. So that's a good thing. At least he knows to look left, right, left, 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 right, left, right, and then go. You can't trust these idiots on our roads, especially in the country. But let's see. I was doing this and then I got interrupted, so I got to try and remember what I was talking about now. Got a phone call for the foot injections way early, so that was awesome. In a good way. I wanted it closer to the Comic-Con just so I made sure that they were good for that in case they didn't work well after that. But sat there and the needles were about yay long. They were long enough to go almost all the way across my foot from one side to the other, but because they got to move them around and inject the stuff into a variety of different areas, so that way it basically covers the whole area for the pain relief. We're doing those the gel style, I believe, now, but the last time I did it was about a year ago. She was very surprised again that I waited a year, because I think it was August of last year, because it's usually around the Milwaukee Mighty Con in September that I like to get them done, so I don't have to worry about walking through there and dealing with tons of pain. Last year there were no seats. I felt bad for the people at the concession stands and stuff that get their food, and they'd sit on the floor to eat their food, and it's like, really, people? You stuffed all the damn tables and chairs down to the other venue, which was like a Lego event, I'm guessing, and they got all the tables and chairs, and we didn't get none at the con. But hopefully they will. I'm gonna message them this year beforehand. The injections, my right foot has a little bit of a callus starting where she has to inject at. So when she was doing it, the needle was doing this weird wiggle thing and bending and flexing, and it's like, it worried me. I'm like, oh great, the piece of it's going to break off in my foot. I'm going to have to get that dug out of my foot, but thankfully it didn't, because it's such a thin needle. You kind of worry when it flexes like that it could snap easily. But it went good. I did my 3 days of not doing much, behaving, kicking back, not walking on them as much as I would normally, and just kind of let the stuff do its trick. And this is probably the best injection I've had of the last probably 3 years injections, 2 years injections. So that was a good thing. They're still feeling good a couple weeks later. A couple of the pain spots starting to show some notice, but not severe enough that you can't walk on them. The other thing that we had, we had a couple of other things. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. I had a 3-day bout with stupid MS hugs. They're mild enough that I could sip the ice water and get little 2-second relief things where it would release from the pressure a little bit, and then the pressure would start squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. And you take a sip of ice water and it relieves it a little bit, and it squeeze. It was a long 3-day bout, and when I say mild pain, it's mild to me because if you've ever had severe MS hugs that hospitalize you, then you know what that mild hugs are still really freaking painful. But yeah, you can curl up in a ball. A lot of times I'll throw a blanket over my head and just try and hide from everybody and just meditate on the pain and trying to relieve it while I'm doing my little sips when they work. A lot of times they don't. But 3-day bout with it, it's like someone's still shoving a hand through your chest, squeezing your ribs and stuff, giving you a big old bear hug. Constant tightness and release, tightness and release, tightness and release. It just feels like you're having a heart attack. But, you know, if you've had enough of them, whether it's a hug or a heart attack, when they're severe, you can't tell the difference. The severe ones usually almost always will put you in the hospital. And then after they run all the heart tests and realize that it's nothing heart related, then they sit there and you tell them that you got multiple sclerosis. Then you explain the hug thing, because most people don't know what you're talking about anyways. But they will sit there and put you on a steroid regimen if they need to help relieve it. But I don't do that anymore. Go to the ER for hugs unless it's so severe I can't deal with anything around it. And because every time I've gone, if it's an emergency room visit, that's $90 just to walk in the door, out of pocket. And then you're sitting there going through all these tests that you know you don't need, but they're going to run you through them. And then after all that, then you try and explain to them what MS hug is, what MS is. And they sit there, and if they agree with that, then they'll put you on a steroid regimen or something like that. If they are too ignorant and don't want to listen to you and don't believe it's MS and all this stuff, they will run more tests. They will hospitalize you for a night. They will do whatever until all your readings and everything are satisfactory to them. And it's a joke that they won't listen to us when we're the ones that go through the stuff and know what our body's feeling. It just drives me nuts. And speaking of that, I'm pretty sure I told you on the last episode that I had a UTI that hit, that I had to go to a different doctor because my doctor was too booked up. So I had to go to a doctor that was like a half hour further away. Go to them, pee in a cup, and to find out that I got UTI, which I told them I did, and I have at-home UTI test anyway, so I could do it here too, and it showed it positive. So it's like I had to go through all that crap. So with the urinary tract infection, it's not fun. Women apparently can have one for a year and not really feel anything. And guys, it's like it burns, it hurts. It sucks when it hits. About a week ago, On a Friday night, about 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, go to the bathroom and severe burn. I'm like, ah, shit. I got another UTI. I knew it wasn't all out of me. I told the guy I was not happy that he only gave me 5 days worth of antibiotics and I wanted 10 days worth or 7 days worth, and they wouldn't give me any more without coming in to his office for another freaking appointment, another urinary test. And I'm like, screw it, I'll just cranberry it up and try and get through it. Apparently I didn't get it all out of me because it came back harshly that night on a Friday. And like I said, I was not going to go to the emergency room to pee in a cup and pay $90 to walk in the door. Screw that. So I fought it through the weekend, went and picked up some non-concentrated cranberry juice and cranberry probiotic pills and all that shit, and just pumped myself full of that crap. Still could feel it decent enough on Monday morning when I called the doctor and set up an appointment to go pee in a cup. And I still had to wait till 3:30 in the afternoon, go visit her, and then pee in a cup. It's like, can't I come in right now, pee in a cup, and then come back at 3:30 and you guys let me know what the results are? Because I know I have it. She knows I know I have it. And she's my one good doctor that knows that when I say something, I'm not fooling around. I definitely wait until the pain's bad enough that I can't deal with it. Unlike a normal person that would probably come in the office 3 days before I would to deal with the pains. I'm one of those people that's going to find out, oh, it's too late now. You waited too long to fix whatever's wrong with you, and now you're going to die from this. But yeah, I'm just a stubborn jackass male that will push things to the limit. But when it comes to UTI, I know what it is. I instantly want to get a urinary test, get it done with, get on the medication, get off the freaking thing, get it out of me. But yeah, it came back. The results were, there was at least 5 of the urinary test reports that were way above where they are supposed to be. So it was a pretty full-blown UTI, thanks to the one before it not fully getting out of my system. So that sucked. I did the antibiotics. She gave me 7 days worth. I asked for 3 more days at the end just because I felt some little tingles and stuff still, and I want to make sure that shit's out this time. So yeah, she gave me the 3 extra days worth of pills. Just finishing them off today, so hopefully we're good to go. I feel a lot better the past couple days. So I'm thinking we're good to go. But it's really annoying. It's nasty, painful. It's no fun at all. So yeah, we did those. I think those were all the things: the UTI, the hug, the foot injections. My next appointment next month is cardiologist, which I'm looking forward to. We're going to sit down and actually discuss this frickin' aortic dissection and why I'm on all these pills and what pills we can pull me off of and see what the hell's going on. So far, only one of the pills he had me cut in half just to see what happens with it. Nothing's changed. So hopefully that's a good sign. It'll pull me off a couple, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, my next neurologist appointment's like the week of Christmas, New Year's, somewhere in between there. I'm going to be researching neurologist before then. Still debating about possibly making us a spring appointment to go see Dr. Boster and Ohio. So my wife found out that there's one of the largest bookstores is in Ohio that she wants to go to, and it's close to where Dr. Boaster is. So we could make it a 3-day event. I can go see my doctor, because I gotta definitely make it at least 3 days, because it's a good 8-hour drive. And the last time I drove 4 hours, I couldn't sit or lay for 2 days. And I was in severe pain. So if I'm going to be driving 8 hours, I'm going to be risking it with the spasticity because of the time of year. They'll be right at that spasticity pain stage transfer if I do it in spring. So it could be an interesting trip to see what kind of problems I deal with throughout that. But I'd love to see Dr. Boaster. But just in case, I am going to research every neurologist in my state over the next couple of weeks and see if I can find one that actually shows interest in someone that's with secondary progressive MS. I am so sick of not seeing doctors talk about secondary progressive MS. It's like we're right between relapsing, the early stages, and primary progressive, the end stages. So it's like, can we get some help on the middle stage? It would be nice. But yeah, it hasn't been fun with the ups and downs. We went with the overall complete body pain thing that I have all the time, but it's worse in the summer heat. All of a sudden we dropped about 10 degrees in temperature, and within one day, it's never happened this fast. It usually takes a week for my body to transfer over. But within a day, I went from severe body pains to severe spasticity. My spasticity's crazy right now. I'm supposed to wrap my legs for my lymphedema, but when I wrap them, the spasticity gets worse in the legs. The cramping, the seizing, the shakes, the stabbings, all that just is going off the charts. So it's so painful you can't get through the wraps, more or less, with the numbness of the body. You're sitting there trying to massage out pains and stuff, and you can't, because they're so deep that you're not going to ever touch them. A lot of them are phantom pains, so even though they're severely painful and they're not really there. It's all neurological. That's the wonderful thing about multiple sclerosis. And other neurological diseases, you have tons of phantom pains that feel exactly like the real thing. When I say I felt like someone shoved a knife in my leg, trust me, I know the feeling. And it does feel the same exact way as it does when someone shoves a knife in your leg. Yeah, it's just crazy how like the cramping feels like it's in the bones, and your bones are being torn in half. And it's like if you ever ripped a bone in half, not cut it, you're ripping it, tearing it. You'll get the sinewy, like, bone fragments that will peel off it. And it literally feels like those pieces are there when you're going through the pain. They're pulling apart, and you can feel those little strands of bone and just ripping. And I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's freaking painful, and it sucks. But it's life with MS. So I live with it, I deal with it. I bitch about it here, but I try not to bitch about it anywhere else. I try not to let people see the pain, deal with the pain, hear about the pain. But this is my venting area, so that's why I have a podcast where I can talk about MS. But yeah, It's like all we did was go from the 90s to mid 70s, and now I'm in the spasticity phase, which is weird because usually the spasticity phase doesn't hit me until October, November. That's when it gets bad. But yeah, I went from being completely off baclofen to now I'm taking 2, 4, 7 a day, 3 at bedtime, 2 twice a day, in the morning and afternoon. It's not helping. Still got the problems. And it's all over the body, different phases. It's like a couple nights ago, I had stomach and rib cramps and seizures that were so bad I couldn't stretch them out when I was laying in bed and trying to stretch it out without waking up the wife, and you can't stand up and stretch them out. That doesn't help anything. Laying on the bed stretching out, you're just reaching as hard as you can and trying to pull them stupid muscles and get them to break free from the tightness and pain, and nothing. I don't know. I got bottles of fucking leg cramp shit and TheraWorks and everything else that I put these liquid cramp things on me, these pain relieving things, these pain relieving pills. I got all day pain relief. Take those. I don't know. I just get so sick of taking this shit. I just live with the freaking pain. It's like I'll take it if it's so bad that I know I'm not going to be able to lay down in bed or something like that at night. Then I'll take some extra pills. But I hate taking all this shit to begin with, so I try to regulate as much as I take. But yeah, it has not been a fun trip with spasticity this year, and it should not be hitting me for another couple of months. But it's like that was that night. The following night was hands, forearms, armpits, and neck. Those areas were seizing and locking and freezing up and cramping up, and I just could not break them. The 3-4 nights before that were all leg and waist and areas, foot, that were having tons of problems. It just picks a different route every night and goes through the day. I mean, I'm just trying to do my basic cooking and stuff like that, and my hands are seizing on me, my fingers are doing the weird cramping and locking, and you're just peeling one finger at a time, trying to get them to break loose, and then you grab the dish or whatever that you're cooking with, and as soon as you grab it, they all seize up again. It's like, I don't know. I drink pickle juice. I mean, there's so many different things I've done. I mean, I read all this shit and try all the different things that they offer for you, but yeah, it doesn't. There goes the phone. I gotta use my phone. Last time I tried to do a podcast and look at websites on my laptop while I had the camera going, the website shut the camera off for some reason. But I do see we're almost at the half-hour mark, and I do want to at least talk about something that was sent to me and some of the info that was sent to me. So we'll start out with talking about Ozempic and multiple sclerosis, since it's such a big thing right now. And it's Ozempic's semaglutide type drug. That's the brand name for it. But it's a GLP-1 receptor, peptide 1 GLP-1 receptor agonist. This is made for people with type 2 diabetes, and a lot of people are on this now because they're using it for weight loss and shit like that. Some quick weight loss, they think. But you're only losing about 15, 20, 25 pounds, then you're staying where you're at from that point on, probably. You're not going to continually lose weight on these things. These are just to lose a little bit of weight and then change your eating patterns, because you're going to get full way quicker. When they put me on Ozempic, which was stupid because I'm not diabetic, and I instantly got sick from it. I had the shits. I felt like there was a bowling ball in my stomach. It was so painful. It was not good. Throwing up, diarrhea, all that stuff. So I went off it. Then they tried a different one. But at that time, they were all diabetic related. Now you have some non-diabetic related ones. Like, I think it's Saxenda, Wegovy, Zepbound, stuff like that. Those three, I think, are the non-diabetic ones. So if you have to take one and you want to go give it a shot, try one of those three. Ask your doctor about getting on one of those three. But, they're great for hunger-related stuff, to make you not crave as much stuff as normal. But other than that, they're dangerous as far as I'm concerned. If you're taking any that are designed for a diabetic and you're not diabetic, it's just going to make you, it's going to give you diarrhea, make you throw up. It's going to feel like you have a cannonball in your stomach, stuff like that. One of those things, or all those things, you're going to feel. And that means you got to contact your doctor and let them know what's going on, because that's not a good thing. This thing says they talked with Dr. Aaron Boster about the GLP-1 receptor agonists and whether they're a good idea for people with MS. And he also had, well, it doesn't say what his opinion is on it, at least not there yet. We'll see what happens here. But what are GLP-1 receptor agonists? They're believed to work by mimicking a hormone called incretin. Incretin is produced naturally in the small intestine. It has several effects on the body, including lowering blood glucose, blood sugar, slowing digestion, and making you feel full after you've eaten. And you don't really, when you are on it, you do not eat as much. Just the tiniest bit does make you full. So you can sit there and be affected by that. So watch out for that, and definitely talk to your doctor about it. They say some of the GLP-1 receptor agonists are currently approved as a weight loss drug to treat people with a body mass index in the overweight or obese range. Semaglutide, also sold under the brand name Wegovy, in addition to Ozempic. And there's liraglutide, known as the brand name Saxenda. The GLP-1 agonists are commonly administered by subcutaneous, under the skin injection into the fatty parts of the body. But yeah, they come by injection. But yeah, according to Dr. Boster, if you and your doctor agree that weight loss is a goal for you, GLP-1 agonists can be a useful part of that effort. However, they are not the whole answer, and I agree with that. I like Dr. Boster because he got into intermittent fasting the past year or two, and he's done really well with that. And it's like, I like how he's straightforward about a lot of stuff. But yeah, he also advised working with your healthcare team to add healthy habits to your overall lifestyle and all that. Instead, the risks And adverse side effects can include nausea and vomiting, reduced appetite, diarrhea, dizziness, headaches, and indigestion. And like I said, a cannonball in your stomach feeling. But yeah, I do not suggest it. I suggest if you are diabetic, it's great. I've seen good results on that front, but you watch these commercials and these people are like all excited. They're still fat. They lost 15 pounds and they're going to stay at that point for the rest of their life. It's like, no, that's not the point. The point is to change your lifestyle and get it to where your body's listening to you better. But yeah, it's not easy, not fun, but everybody's looking for the easy way out. So if you are doing this, be very wary and pay attention to the results that you're getting so you can sit there and let your doctor know if you got any adverse side effects happening and how you're feeling on it. Don't just take it because you think it's a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. It's not going to make you lose a ton of weight or anything like that. You're just going to lose a little bit by being full quicker, and your body will adjust to that quickly, so you're not going to have continued weight loss from it. I don't believe. So, I could be wrong, but I've seen lots of people that have been on it, so that's the results that we've seen from it. If you want to work out, this next one talks about a 7-day fitness challenge, which, like Monday, your workout, try 45 jumping jacks, take a 2-minute break, do 15 crunches, and do a 25-second plank. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. You could also swap jumping jacks for a lower impact alternative, such as modified jacks, which I don't know what those are. I'm guessing jumping jacks without jumping off the floor, maybe. Body weight lunges, which isn't that what a lunge is you're lunging with your body weight. And body weight squats. So I'm guessing maybe they're talking like lunges and squats at a workout place or something compared to doing it with your weight. I don't know. With your body weight. And then for a meal plan, make a large salad the basis of your lunch. Add a carb such as quinoa or farro, a protein such as grilled chicken or tofu, a healthy fat such as almonds or an olive oil-based dressing, and plenty of veggies to complete your meal. I mean, that's a huge freaking meal. It's like, and that's your lunch? What are you having for dinner? I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know about that. Tuesday workout, walk 5 minutes, run 10 minutes, and walk 10 minutes. You could also try shorter walk-run intervals, alternating 1 minute of walking with 1 to 2 minutes of running. Some people can't run. Some people have gait issues that are so bad that I don't understand why for multiple sclerosis health and stuff that they'd even offer these things. The meal plan is for breakfast, start the day off with Greek yogurt or cottage cheese, topped with granola, bananas, berries, and honey. Not only is this combination filling, but it's also a delicious way to start the day and one of my favorite meals to eat. If I ate these breakfast lunches and I don't know what they're planning for dinner, you'd be gaining weight on this stuff, even though it's healthy stuff, I would think. It's a lot of food. But, yeah. Wednesday workout, play a game of basketball, soccer, or another sport for an hour. Yeah, this ain't at all MS friendly. So, yeah, I don't know. If you want to change your plan up, you can make a plan to work with something like this. But, yeah, that's not a good one. We'll come up with some better things to talk about, hopefully on the next episode. But that's it for today. So rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, help out under the call of MS. You give us some likes, and we will get back to you with more of these soon. All right, bye.